We have apologies from David Mee, Matthew Lloyd, John Minkus, Ron Bolden, Joe Dickling, Jim Noble, Connor Pitchfork and Murray Brad. We go to the new venue, we're going to try out and see how we go. Might have some teething problems, but bear with us. The next meeting is Sunday the 12th of May, back here again. Rod's computer has died.
So I haven't been able to email anyone. Luckily, I emailed everyone last night before the computer died, and said where and when and everything. And then at 9 o'clock, the computer went out and blew the fuse and everything else. And so until I get a new computer, I might be having trouble emailing everyone.
So for those who didn't get the email, the last auction netted $3,141. There's still some unsold lots, but now we're going to list what is available. We're not going to...
Well, you can still view it online. I mean, the computer is still there. So, I mean, if people...
Also, the actual, you'll have up what hasn't sold.
Yeah. As I sell them, I put post-auction sale and first in, first best. And we've sold about a dozen so far. And Linda didn't buy any.
No, I didn't take my things.
But Lindy bought them all.
Oh, good. Thanks, Lindy.
So auction 56 will close in July. One of our term deposits has matured. Rod and Tony to adjust with Westpac on Monday, that's tomorrow. We have a new projector which runs off a battery pack.
Yes, that's a projector. That's the battery. And theoretically, the battery in here should last for nearly 2 hours. So I don't think we're going to be that long.
And so, today's topic is gold. Who's brought some in to show and tell? Would you like to open the proceeding?
Just before, members aware, John, this as well?
Yes, yeah. Well, I got an email.
Yes, I sent an email to everyone.
Okay, so that's my first point. Is
Does any members know
are you
Stephen
a
Gass?
monkey
Any members know Stephen Gass?
in the Chinese lunar series, 2004? And that's a modern coin. It used to come in a green case with sort of like that velvet, but it got a bit ruined, so I chucked it. So that's the first one.
We're viewing everything through the iPhone. And the great thing with the iPhones is you can expand and contract. So that makes magnifying very nice.
So everyone happy with that one?
How big is that one? This one?
About a centimetre.
About that.
About 5 cents, a little less, about a 1 cent.
What is it? 24 minutes. 24 minutes, isn't it?
So yeah, that's my lunar symbol.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the other side?
The Queen's head. And it's a $5 value. And I think it was said 2004 or something. So
It actually says $3 at the bottom. That's a $3 value,
I
so
think you need to go
it must be a
to
Perth mint.
It's 5, I think. 5. It's 5. Anyway.
I'll just leave it on the side. We'll
Oh,
go on to look later on.
yeah. Okay, so this is the next one. I only got this year. So that's the Mob of Rouge. It's 1/10. Oh, that's better. You can see that one. Point triple.
1/10 of an ounce.
No. So that's the. It says the anniversary on it. I haven't actually looked at it myself properly yet. What does it say?
How much was that one?
So this is from the Mint in Canberra when I went down there. It cost me $395. And
It's got about $360 worth of gold in it. About $360 worth of gold. Right?
oh, so it goes down in value. Oh, right. And I thought this was Charles' head. Oh, it's got the Queen on it.
Yeah. The Queen.
Oh, there you go. Oh, so that's the last one for the Queen, probably.
Yes. It's got Queen Elizabeth II,
Oh, and the anniversary of her reign
1952.
to 20.
She was the Queen to 2022.
Oh, well, I've got something
70th anniversary.
I thought it was Charles.
Right.
But anyway, that's sorry.
Just, if you'd like to leave them there, we'll photograph them later.
Oh.
Who's next?
So yeah, that's my life. That's all I got.
Of course.
Ah, the pagoda.
This is my smallest gold coin I have. I bought that back in 2017.
It's a nice coin.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Little alien standing in
Alien.
There he is.
Inherited after me.
Very nice. Star pagoda.
And this is my largest one. Arthritis. Bought that in 2012
Half Joanne.
in the Rio Mint. Rio, Virginia. It's got a little bit of wear mark on it. Very bright. Very yellow. But we'll all have some wear marks by the time we get to that.
Hard to see through the plastic.
Yeah. And my oldest half sovereign I have.
Sydney Mint, is it?
Yeah. This is just part of my collection.
That's very nice, Grant. Thank you.
Yes.
Peter, did you say you had some?
Gold.
Oh, you have some too.
Put your hand up, George.
Gold is fantastic, isn't it?
The Duro cargo.
I'd like to do the Duro cargo, but not quite now. Oh, I don't have no glasses. Oh. Good I have. I don't know whether you're aware there is a bit of a gold boom on at the moment, and it looks like continuing. Back in 1980 there was a big one too. And there was just absolutely frantic bidding for coins, gold coins back then. And if you can imagine, that I think it was in the Hilton Hotel, there was Jaggards, and they had about 4 bidding. There was, I can't think of his first name, Liddell from England. He turned, I didn't know this at the time, but he was bidding for a Swiss bank.
Tony Windsor.
No, he wasn't around in those days. And there was Ross Pratlin. Where do we? I can find. Oh, I'm sure this is the one. It's not. I failed. This is 1986. I thought I had the 1980 catalogue, and what I was going to point out to you was how, because I was selling and buying, I was basically selling the sovereigns and buying half sovereigns. And some of the sovereigns, like an 1857 sovereign, I think I bought it that year for about $1,700, and it went into auction and was going for about $20,000. It was just totally incredible. And of course that then brought me to the collection that I sold in 1988, which Jim has written up rather well in there, and that was with the half sovereigns. And to me, they were our superannuation, but they were locked in the bank. So to get to them, you had to go into town, to go through all the blah. So it wasn't really the way to enjoy them. Anyway, this property came up at Smith Slope that we bought, and I said to the people, if you give him 6 months to pay for it, we can do it. And we sold the sovereigns, half sovereigns, to buy the property at Smith Slope. Subsequently, one of the Sydney mints, for instance, went for about 10,000 in this, but has since gone for 80,000. Really exciting. So, me seeing what's gone on and how things seem to have come back and they go in cycles. They don't seem to have gone up in this particular year. However, I'll show you something. I managed to get some coins, but to give you an idea how they go on about the grading and this slabbing business, which I detest, but show that coin, please. That's one of, they had some magnificent Sydney mint coins, or gold coins. Oh, heaven forbid if you saw some of those Chinese coins. Estimate of 300, 10,500. So basically what I'm doing is piecing together another set of sovereigns and half sovereigns with more emphasis on the half sovereigns. And it can take some time. Oh, here we go. But where I think some of it's just gone absolutely silly, is that coin I purchased for 1,600 plus the gas, you know, the 20%. So say 2,000. But a reputable dealer has paid 7,500 for an earlier one. Now, I marked ticks on that one in the grading and what I thought it was worth. And the other one was estimated at 3.5, and I've got a minus next to the 3.5, so I wasn't prepared to pay 3.5 for it. And it's gone for $7,000. And what he'll do, he'll take it and go and get a slab. And, you know, instantly say, oh yeah, no, this is a phenomenal thing. It is a phenomenal thing. But it's not, to me, in this market, it's not 7,000. And it's certainly not that much better than this. Where this one's really neat is the reverse, and it's got a really high rim on it, which a really high rim. There's virtually no wear. There's, you know, it's an amazing, beautiful coin. And as I say, like if I go back to 1980, that would have gone for tens of thousands of dollars. So something's, and Tony, you followed the Sydney Mints. You collected a really nice collection of those. So
The same thing's happening today. In the latest auction, there were some very nice gold coins, sovereigns, that went, and they went for a good price. But then there were ones that were just average, they were fine condition, and they went for a few $100s less. You know, you were saying its condition was totally out of whack.
there's two from the Duro cargo. And that's another story that I'll present to you one day, hopefully. I've been looking for the items that I need to do the presentation, but it's a story in itself. But these are beautiful coins. And they went for $1,700, right, plus the gas. So even if you're talking of, well, basically 2,000 each. But I think I bought them on Tuesday or Wednesday. On Thursday, there was $900 worth of gold in it. Huh? Gold went up to went close to went past 38, but it's come back. Went up $200 in a week. But as I say, that's another story. Then I got this one. This one was sold by Monetarium. I don't know when. And I'm not saying they charge too much. I think it's an absolute bargain. It's a 1891 S Jubilee head, and they sold it originally for $16.50, and I got it for $8.50. And the thing that gets me with some of these is to think that with the dumps and the holy dollars, like the holy dollar went for I think about 130,000, but the dump, it's making you feel good, isn't it? the dumps go for sort of 15 to 30,000, and this Sydney Mint gold, which, you know, they really are rare in this condition, exceedingly rare. And the one you showed, that's a lovely example. They're going for a few $100s, you know. I think somebody will wake up at some stage. But they 1863, and I haven't got the price yet. Yeah, this is a guide, right? These are the ones and I'd upgraded them always, sort of thing. But this one, I had nearly EF to EF. Well, that coin's better than EF. It's AU. 3,600, and this would have gone for, I don't know, 10,000, 12,000. So, I don't know what you make of it all.
Thank you, Ross.
Any questions?
See him afterwards.
I always think because a lot of people back off some of these gold ones because they know in the vaults all around the world the banks have thousands of them. India is a classic example. People always worry what's there in India could suddenly come on the market. And you could lose a bomb because suddenly the market could be sort of swamped. Because particularly some of the countries getting sort of the real side action, these boys want to come out. And I think that's why some people's not.
There'd be a bit of that in it for sure. But the half sovereigns, I remember the half sovereigns, it's roughly 40 to 1. There's 40, the mintages are a 40th of the sovereigns, and they're only made for the populace. And there wasn't a big population in the 1850s, 1860s.
They're the ones that get harder and all half
Oh, you won't get,
people used to it.
yeah, and you won't get the half sovereigns in the vaults around the world.
All the other ones have been used. My grandparents went to the naked half sovereigns, not sovereigns.
But I thought I was going to share. I thought I had something else. Anyway, you've already seen it. But it was intriguing seeing the 10th and 23 ounce because I ended up going and cashing some gold in before its sale. I've got to pay for mine, and I found the best buyers at Newcastle. So just for your own interest, like the Central Coast play, I wasn't cashing it. I was cashing Carol's jewellery, right? Because there was lots of just rare, and when I was at coin fairs, if I was bored, I'd walk around or something that might be a nice bit of jewellery. I thought, this will put me in the good books. And so some of it was even broken, and I took it up to this guy, and they were really good prices. Whereas, the Central Coast guy, for a sovereign, I said, how much when there was $800 worth of gold? And he said, 600. I said, 600, yeah. He said, got to be 800. And he said, we've got to make a profit.
Peter, did you have some to show?
I'll get out of the way.
Evie's here for now. I wanted to take a photo of them.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, it doesn't matter.
It's a cube.
But make sure
A cube of gold.
this one is a density cube, so the weight is exactly 1 cubic centimeter, and so it's, the density is 19.32 times water, and that cube weighs 19.32 grams. And the gold is quite pure, it's 99.99.
So where do you buy cubes from?
How much does it weigh? 32 grams or 19?
That weighs the density is the weight in grams because of the size. It's exactly 1 cubic centimetre. So that in water would be 1 gram, in gold at 19.32 grams.
I'll get your price.
Where do you buy one a cube from? Who did you buy it? Buy it or was it?
I bought it. There's a place called Smart Elements in Austria
Oh, Austria.
that does that.
Yeah, that's really cute. I'm just saying it.
So now we're serious.
How cute is it?
That I got it put
What is it? It's 999.
The art loan.
Weight? What was the weight?
19.32 grams.
It's a nice gold medal, Pete.
Yeah, I got it Portland, Victoria.
There you go. Is that good news for you? $1,912. That's what they'll pay for paying you.
Well, I paid 2,400 for it.
What, for that little one?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're done.
I thought I was going to give you a Christmas.
Get your calculator right, upset the man.
But these days it would be, to buy that now, it would be about $3,000.
Okay. What's this one?
So this is solid gold. It's a Portland had an exhibition in 1889 and of many things, including just tiles. This
Who struck it? Peter, do you know who struck it?
yeah, it's all, you can see it.
Who it's made by?
The surname is open. Could you magnify the maker's name?
Is it on this side?
Yeah, it's just above the date.
F.
There.
Man, is it?
Oh,
F.A. Altman. Yeah. F. Altman. A-L-T-M-A-N-N.
this is gold, and it shows the same exhibition. This was the price for tiles, just ceramic tiles, the same exhibition, but it ain't gold.
Plated tiles. So it's the same exhibition.
Yeah, so is that,
More or less the same portrait.
I love that.
this is just is a gilt version of it. In other words, then they got plated. So the one on the right is gold plated. The same exhibition.
Very nice. More? Right. Thank you, Peter.
She's doing one-to-one stuff.
You got something, George?
A couple of months ago, at the meeting here at the owners, I showed you some $200 coins. Having had an experience with gold coins and other world coins, the information on the coin itself is most important. The effigy, the king or the queen, on the obverse, on the reverse, whatever, St. George and the Dragon on the sovereigns, Petrucci's, or other inscriptions, eagles, etc. But my biggest problem always has been that there is coins with no value mark on them. Today in Australia, we're an island visited by many, many visitors, and all our coins are very legible. 50 cents, the letter 5, 0, 20 cents, 10, 5. I have in here a $200 coin, and it's very clearly marked $200. This is a 1988. We're looking at 10 grams of 22 carat. That's not 91.67 gold, pure gold, which is the same material as in the sovereigns, except the sovereign is 7.88 grams. No sovereigns except the Australian Sydney Mint, Australia Reverse, from 1855 to 1970. ever had the value on it. And the Australia reverse sovereign had one sovereign written on the bottom. Likewise with the half. No English guineas, sovereigns or half sovereigns ever had the value. England was notorious for that, and so is the USA. Guineas. Unless you handle these all the time, a third of a guinea or half a guinea, you wouldn't know the difference unless you handle them every day. I will make a confession. The other day, I mistook a 10-cent piece for $1. It wasn't the best of the lots, but I put the money on the counter and she said it was a 10-cent piece, not $1. Because of the bad light, and I just had a cataract operation last week. English coins never had the value on them. And this is the only Australian sovereign that came out for 14 years with half sovereign and one sovereign. The American coins on the Indian head and the Lincoln 1-cent piece, there was 1 cent. But the others had a name, a nickel, a dime for a 10-cent piece, and a quarter. There's no Q in a lot of alphabets, in a lot of languages. How do you pronounce this? You might as well look at an Oriental coin, which are also notorious for lack of information. So it says a quarter on it, but it doesn't show you 25. On the $half it says $1 on the US coin. About the Australian $200 coin, from 1980 to 1944, 15 coins of 6 of them with koalas on them. The rest have Charles and Diana, Captain Cook's departure and arrival, and Australian fauna. Beautiful animals, and some of them very, very scarce. Just how scarce, the Japanese are very keen on the Australian neck lizard. I've sent 2 kilos of Australian 2-cent pieces with a brown neck lizard to Japan. These are reasonably scarce and very popular, especially in Japan. Many countries are now...
Attention members and guests. Could Darren Green please come to Victoria Avenue foyer? That's Darren Green.
Many collectors are now putting the Australian $200 gold coins, and I dare you people in here to put one away a year at least to get you 15. Why? Because they were issued when gold was $216 an ounce. It fell down to $162. that's when I bought them from the banks, etc., at $200. Today, a troy ounce of gold, the other day, 1,454, 3,454. And it is most important as a collector to see if you can hook onto some of these, if you can get them cheap. Don't know whether you can. But on the Australian coins, the one that I was talking about, the Sydney Mint Australia reverse, was the only unpopular gold coin in Europe, especially in the 60s.
When we all thought
I was there and I was buying gold for 2 Australian coin dealers, making my way up and down the Autobahn in West Germany, France, all the way down to Strasbourg, where I lived for a couple of years. Basel was in Switzerland, and it's on the corner of Germany and France, the city of Basel, and then Switzerland and Italy. And the only coin I wouldn't even look at was the Australia reverse sovereign. Why? It didn't have St. George and the dragon. Quite true. But it was the same weight and the same gold value. Wouldn't touch it because it was a different color. The gold sovereigns were 92.5% gold and the rest in copper. These ones were 92.5% in gold and the rest in silver. And it gave it a sickly looking yellow color. Jean-Louis Pierre Dupont, a couple of doors away from me, was making his own wine. Strasbourg is renowned for making Riesling wine, which is like a form of bubbly. And he was importing the stuff from Morocco, a former French colony, Israel or Spain, crushing it and put it into bottles. On a good year that he had, he would ask me where is the most amount of English sovereigns. It's called Inglesi Sterlinghi di Oro, English sterling in gold. In Italian, Anglais sterling de or in French, etc., etc. I wouldn't say the word sovereign because it was a mongrel of a word to pronounce. I even taught them, look, S-O-V-E-R-I-N, sovereign. Okay? A couple of them in Switzerland got it, but after a while, Inglesi Sterlinghi di Oro. Anyhow, the reason these were unpopular because this chap making his own wine in the backyard had a good year and would go and convert his money go into the banks and buy English sovereigns or French 10 and 20 franc pieces, right? Or Swiss, but wouldn't touch Australian. So I got there at a time when I was swamped with some beautiful Sydney Mint Australia coin sovereigns. Once, a long time ago at the meeting, I told you that I bought an 1855 Sydney Mint Australia reverse half sovereign. It had a little hole in it, a very, very little hole in it. But she sold it to me for 15% cheaper than the gold price. And this was in Switzerland, in Lausanne. And and I sold it to a bloke who took it to China, had it repaired, and you couldn't tell the difference where the hole was. And gold at the time was $68.30 an ounce, compared to these 200 ones, which were over $200. And then it dropped to below 200 to 160 odd. So that's the story on that.
Good. Thank you very much.
If
I've got a few.
can I have another couple of minutes on a general meeting? A few decades ago, I sold a
Not
very
quite
large
gold.
quantity of pennies to the Sydney Morning Herald. Anyone buying the paper on a Sunday would have got a penny from the newsagent. Later on, a chap came over and bought another large quantity of pennies, and it looked like it came in a tradesman's vehicle. And I came across this and another one, and this is a penny as an ad in a plumber's ticket, giving you a $50 discount if you use the ticket, but there was a penny, a 1916 penny inside. So this is advertising the coin.
Anyone got any recent acquisitions?
I've got
Oh, sorry.
a few. Kiwi. New Zealand has had the 50-cent coin out since they had decimal currency, and they feature the endeavour on it. In 1994, they put out a bimetallic 50-cent piece. So it's sort of a brass centre with a silver ring. But they also produced a gold one. So this is the one with a gold and silver of the New Zealand 1994 50 cents. 94 was the only year they put a bimetallic 50 cents in, so it was quite a difficult year to get. It's quite a nice gold piece. I collect bimetallic coins, and we put out a few over the years. Every year the Australian Mint would put out a specific gold coin that you had to actually order. They only made I forget what they called them, but they only made them to order. So you had to say, order them, and they just made it to order, so you've got them. So this one was for the 150th anniversary of the Sydney Mint Sovereign. It's quite a nice piece. It's silver, and it's only gold plated. It's not gold. I think it's gold plated. I'm pretty sure it's not solid gold. This one is a $50 coin by the Perth Mint, and it's a trimetallic because it's got a gold center silver inner ring and copper outer ring, and it was for the Athens Olympics. Oh no, it wasn't. It was for the Manchester Commonwealth Games in 2002. Another nice one. This one they produced in 2002, a $1 for the Melbourne Mint, so it's the 130th anniversary of the Melbourne Mint. In 2003 was the 150th anniversary of the Sydney Mint, and the patents that came out, the early patents in 1853. Coins. And the last one, since they were following the series, was for the Adelaide Pound in 2002. So, again, they were silver, and I'm pretty sure the centerpiece is gold-plated, not gold, not solid gold, except for the Manchester one. But they're spectacularly big coins, and they're historically very nice to have. I'm very happy to have them because they fit in my bimetallic collections, even if they are plated. So, thank you very much.
No recent acquisitions?
Nope. In which case we can close the meeting and have some coffee.
And just thank you again for the option.
Well, this sort of setup works. I will get used to it so I can get better, producing it. But luckily, with iPhone, which you're going through, it's easy to expand. And I made sure I got the iPhone with plenty of memory and with the extra good cameras so that we could get nice images. They weren't too bad, but in future I'm pretty sure when I get used to it they'll be better.